gorgeous faces. You can do that at AlanCoxShow.com. Bridget Linton's going to sit in again with us tomorrow. She joined us last Friday for that live show at the Romo Fijo for the Cavs home opener. She's
We covered what docking was, with dump trucks, things like that.
We covered a lot of good ground.
Ooh, what weird thing should we teach her tomorrow?
Lemon parties, blue waffles, who knows? If we want to go the scatological route.
Yeah, I think
we could just as easily go a different route, you know, quantum theory. I mean, she's pretty bright. She might know all those things. Next week, I'm going to have Green Day tickets for you. They announced their Savior Tour. Their 2024 run is not going to bring them to Cleveland. Maybe they'll add some dates down the road. Who knows? But next week, I'll have tickets for you to see Green Day and the Smashing Pumpkins. Next September, it's Labor Day weekend, September 1, that next day is going to be Labor Day. They're going to play PNC Park in Pittsburgh. We've also got tickets for you to win at WMMS.com, but I'll have those for you all next week. I'm also going to have tickets to see Champions of Magic. You know anything about the Champions of Magic?
No, but I'm interested.
That's at Playhouse Square.
With Mary.
The only team of magicians in the world, the only team of magicians in the world, described by the press as the Avengers of Magic. All right.
Okay. So saving the world.
Hassan Minhaj is on the road. He's doing the Off With His Head tour. That would be interesting. That's going to be December 2 at the State Theater. And then a new movie called Next Goal Wins with Michael Fassbender. We're doing an advanced screening of that. So that'll be all next week. What, Cody?
I was just going to say, Hassan Minhaj is a hot Indian guy. I find him really attractive.
Okay. Well, of course, he's been in the news a lot for fabricating a lot of his stories that he said happened to him, anecdotal stories that he put in his stand-up. And we talked about it at length here when that story first kind of broke.
It made Mary really, really upset. And I was talking about it with Seinfeld and Dave Chappelle and
Rock.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the ghost of George Carlin. And we all decided that we would never lie about anything in our lives.
I'm sure Dave Chappelle, all his stories are 100% true.
Well, I think they probably, again, I don't have a problem with people bending the truth. I don't have a problem with Hassan Minhaj. I don't care, right? He's not one of my favorite comics. It's fine.
I have more of a problem with the words he used to describe what the emotional truth was.
The emotional truth.
I'm like, no, just say like, no, it's going with a theme, and I'm a storyteller. I'm a performer.
Right.
Mary was really upset about it.
Well, because the difference is he was somebody who perpetuated himself as telling true stories,
right,
telling anecdotes from his life. If you're up there and you're just creating little confections, you know, if you're Jerry Seinfeld, you're not telling stories from your life.
Right.
People assume they're all jokes. So that's where it got muddy for him. And he knows what he was doing. He knows what he was doing. But all I care about is if somebody's funny. I don't care.
Right.
And for a lot of people, he is.
And I do believe that it is hard to be brown in this country.
Yes.
I feel like I knew that before. I heard about that.
I'm telling you what, it's hard being a brown in this life, man. Tell you what.
A literal brown.
Brown skin, brown last name.
Yep.
Everything.
Deathly afraid that the parking garage attendants aren't going to like your choice in music.
People judging you because you don't tip properly.
Dude, I don't even care about the tipping thing anymore. I judge you way harder on trying to impress the parking garage.
That has been superseded by your whole psychosis with the parking attendants.
I mean, I knew it would get a reaction out of you guys. I didn't think it would be that bad.
It is hilarious.
You guys don't front for people?
No.
You guys don't front for anybody?
No.
You don't pull up, like, say you're
I try to impress my wife. I'm trying to keep her interested.
But I'm saying, you know, say
she can see right through that.
I make my bed when I have a girl come over. It's not the way I do it when I'm in bed. Like,
I'm saying when you're dropping off your daughter, Alan, and you're pulling up to the school, or you're picking her up, sorry. Not when she's in the car. But
why do you even need to ask?
But I'm saying you don't play any music. So you're like, oh, you know, people are going to think I'm a cool dad if I'm listening to this.
Who cares? What? I drop her off at school in the morning. I have the station on that she likes. I like to talk to my daughter on the way to school. She doesn't want to talk. She wants to listen to the music.
Okay.
So I have to talk to her at night. But I don't have the windows down cranking the music. Why would I? These are second graders. They don't know
You're
who
not
I
trying to
am.
impress the crossing guard as you drive by.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think about that stuff.
I never would ever think
you're
about
cool,
that.
Dad? Like, oh wow, he's blasting that.
Who's
Future.
gonna think that?
or that
Who is that for?
that Jack Harlow? I don't know.
Who is that for?
I don't know. I know I'm not the only one that does it.
If I'm playing a song, I want to listen to the song that I'm like, and if somebody happens to like it, that's great. If they don't like it, why would I care? Why would I care what anybody thinks of the music that I enjoy?
I don't know.
Because, Cody, the implication is that everybody thinks the same stuff is cool. You're just throwing darts. You could blast something that you think, oh, they're going to think this is cool. And they'd be like, oh, what the hell is that lame, corny ass music?
This tryhard, this picking me music guy over here.
I just didn't want to pull up listening to like John B and have someone be like, oh, why are you listening to John B?
Then you know what?
But listen to what. But
Turn
if
the-
you
just
like
turn it
listening
off.
to it,
Turn the music off.
right? But if you like listening to John B, then listen to John B. Who cares? Why would you care if someone thinks that's lame?
I don't know.
I think it would be, I put all that aside and try to be funny. Crank up, when you roll your window down, you pull up there, crank up you listening. Find a podcast or a conversation where two people are talking about something like really, really heavy. You're listening to a World War II podcast and you crank it up and they're talking about like storming the beaches at Normandy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, he
Doing
doesn't
that.
get
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
He doesn't get it.
I just want to do that because he thinks that would make him look nerdy.
Super nerdy.
What's the matter with that? You make you look like someone who is intellectually curious? God forbid.
Ugh.
He's not the curious he's looking for.
You listen to podcasts on your way to work. Who does that?
No,
I
I
do.
don't. It would be funny if
Half
you
our
pulled up.
People, I'm listening to podcasts right now.
So what's the dream scenario here? If you pull up and you're listening to the song and they pop their head out and they go,
give me the
good
nod.
song.
They give or they give me the nod. They look up and they be like, you know.
Mhm.
And then what?
And I just keep cruising. And then when I get to the
The
stoplight,
nod?
I get the nod. I cruise, and then I get to the stoplight and turn on Cheetah Girls. Like I switch it. I don't.
You're talking about a red light or the parking attendants?
I'm talking about when I'm at the parking. Like I'm pulling out or pulling in. If I'm pulling in, you know, if they hear my music, they give me a head nod. I'm like, hey, yeah, and I just pull around the corner, and then I don't care because that's like it's only a 30-second.
My thought is that opens me up to a connection with somebody I might not require a connection with.
I don't think it's gonna go that far. I think they're just.
You don't
I want them
know
to
where
think
it'll
they're like,
go.
He has cool music. He's always in here blasting.
But what does that mean to you if they
validation? I don't know why. I just seek it.
Validation. Well,
I
they are
seek it.
parking attendants.
Listen, if it meant I got validated, but we already got the pass, so I don't need the validation.
I seek it in other ways. When I don't get the validation that I want,
But you get validation every day for 4 hours publicly.
I can't feel them through the radio. I can't get their head nods through the radio.
Well, I think the takeaway for this audience is that you are less important to Poundcake than the parking attendants.
I need more love
in this building.
I need follows. I need likes. I need money and GoFundMe. I need all of it. I need the validation.
Well, good luck with that. Because anybody who needs it that badly will never have enough.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never get enough.
You need to learn to validate
That's
yourself.
why I need to take every chance I get when I pull out of this parking deck to get that nod. All I want is a nod. Just
But it's been a year and you haven't gotten a nod.
not even a look up.
Not even a look up.
Not even to poke your head out like, who is beating like that? Who is rocking them beats? And then nothing. Not even. In fact, I've been like told to hold up because they bring the golf cart around and I'm in their way.
The golf cart.
Golf cart.
The golf cart. Just the little things, you know. The little nuances in my head.
The little thing, yeah.
Trying to impress the parking attendant with your music.
Hey guys, hate the show. This is Trucker Mike. I'd hate to beat a dead horse, but with this whole tipping thing with Uber, I know somebody who works in a restaurant chain, and a lot of the workers don't like Uber because when a lot of people tip the driver, for the full amount of the bill, the workers of the restaurant don't see any of that money. The person preparing the food, the person packing the food, the person bagging the food, the person ringing everything out and handing it to the driver doesn't make anything off of that tip.
That's a good point.
So I don't tip the full amount because the driver had nothing to do with preparing the food or anything else.
Is that not what I just said?
I usually tip a little bit lower. Now, in a restaurant, it's a different story because you're actually tipping the workers. And plus, when you order something through Uber, everything on the menu is twice as much. So that means the restaurant itself is making money, but the workers aren't. Hate the show. Bye.
I mean, that's a good point, but whether you tip the driver a lot or not, the people who made it aren't going to get any more or less.
So again,
like one's got nothing to do with the other.
This is a company issue.
Right.
If y'all want to take out the picket signs and torch the patriarchy, I'm with you there. But it is not on me to fix what corporate America has done.
To make up for their deficits.
Not. I ain't got it. And if you want everyone to tip more, everyone in the country would just be like, okay, well, it's not worth it for us, so we're just not going to do it. And at that point, the company would be like, oh, okay, well, then we'll have to figure something out. We maybe have to pay our drivers a little bit more. So if you want me to stop, yeah, I'll definitely stop. But I'm not going to pay more. I don't even pay for my Uber. I don't even pay for my Netflix or my Amazon Prime accounts. I'm still leashed there. So if you think you're going to get more money out of me for Uber Eats, you're not.
That's why I don't understand how these apps have any kind of business model that works, because there's so many people. There are like so many points of entry and loopholes, and I don't get it. I don't know, man. I mean, so yeah, he's got a point. The people in the kitchen don't like it because they're not getting anything from the delivery. But they're not getting anything from the delivery irrespective of how much you tip the driver. So my thought is always, well, I can't hand money to every point in the process, so I'll give you a tip.
But I feel like
I just feel like it's a good.
Tip for everything.
I just think it's a good idea to be a good tipper.
Do you tip your Amazon driver? I'm sure you do.
I do the thing where I say thank my Amazon driver, because if you do that, they get little bonuses.
I'll tell you why I don't sometimes. I come home last night. The Amazon truck is parked across my driveway, and I have a wide driveway. It's parked perpendicular to my driveway. I go, what?
Millionaire driveway.
Yeah, right.
Wide driveway.
Right.
It's a big wide driveway.
That's the way the thing is set up. But the truck is across. I go, what's happening here? So I sit there for a second, hit the thing, but I don't know if they're in the truck or going up the street, or I'm like, why here? I pull in front of the truck, and I don't even know she can see me because I'm coming up on the right side. I got to pull around the front to try to squeeze into my. I don't even see anybody in the truck. I'm like, pull along the tree lawn? I mean, I've never heard of tipping your Amazon driver. They're in and out in a matter of 2 seconds. They're tossing crap over you.
But you don't know about the distance, and Amazon just doesn't pay them.
But they're two
enough,
completely different business models. You talk to Amazon drivers, plenty of them say they make pretty good money. That's got nothing to do. I didn't order food from them that they're delivering to me.
They don't know
Sometimes
that.
they did.
They don't know what.
They do groceries and stuff.
I was like, there could be food in there. They don't look what's inside of the package.
No, but I'm not ordering food from Amazon. And half the time, if they end up with a soft package, they're whipping it over the fence anyway. I'm like, that didn't do me any good. Hey, I didn't get this delivered.
Don't be whipping your soft package over the fence.
I've gone on that app a couple of times. I've been like, hey, this says it was delivered. It wasn't. Oh, it's behind a tree. Cool.
You send a picture.
Yeah. No, they don't take a picture. If it's on the stoop, they do. They whip it over the fence. They ain't taking a picture of that. I got to go hunting for it. Oh, sorry. It was back there behind a tree. Alan, are the Poundcake podcast listeners also losers? I mean, all 5 of them, or just like the first few? I don't know. That's the flex. You should play your own podcast at top volume when you pull in here.
Now you're talking.
Yep.
Then you might be able to get
That's
more,
viral marketing.
Yeah.
Should be thinking about that. Play this podcast, top volume.
I don't know if I'll get the nod for listening to my own podcast.
Well, play this one. Have me blaring out of your speakers.
I've done that before.
Well, there you go. Keep doing it.
Yeah, but are you just fast forward into the parts where you talk?
No.
That was not convincing.
Hey, listen, big up yourself. I don't even care if he does that.
I just know that's how he listens.
Poundcake.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah.
Roll down your window, pull up, get your key card.
I do have a huge penis.
Then you'll get the head nod.
Because
Yeah.
then you'll play that one clip that I don't like, and then they'll.
Which one's that?
Her family hung her out to drive.
Hung her out to drive.
Yeah, that one.
Uh-huh,
I was talking
that
about
one.
Yep, and I've drive past.
Mhm.
That's my spot. I do have a huge penis. I might get a nice little nod from one of the gals. Oh, you just made a mess. Hey, I molest children. Yeah, I don't want my window down when you play that one. Yeah.
Multiple guys hounding Curry.
How about that one?
I'm okay with that one. That's fine. What, bitch?
What are you gonna play
Who never wants to touch my vagina?
on your drive out tonight? What song?
I don't know. I have to look at my.
Oh, you do it on your way out?
He doesn't have his way in.
There's
and
nobody
way
in
out.
there. They got,
There's people in there.
at 7 o'clock
Yes, because
or 6:21 whenever you leave.
Because when people hit that help button, they have to come down and help.
But they have to come down. They're not on the. They're not on the exit.
Yes, they
No,
walk down.
No, they're in the office, and he wants them to nod through the office.
Or when they leave.
There's nobody in that exit office at 6:30. Anytime some moron, and I get behind him at least 3 times a week, somebody doesn't know how a ticket machine works, and they got to have somebody come down. They come down from the entrance office. There's nobody in the exit office.
That's what he means. Yeah, but he still wants.
Yeah, they walk down from the entrance office.
But why are they going to walk down?
I'm not
You
saying
have a key card.
I'm not saying
But
they
he's
will,
saying
but they
he
will
wa-
hear my music so loud that
Yeah.
Oh, my
they
God.
bow and give me the
That's
nod,
how-
and I just give them the 2 finger like, yeah.
They're gonna run out and be like, "Hey, what song is that? That's
love
a
that
banger,
song.
man! That's a banger!"
Yeah.
And I do the in the rear
Oh, I
view.
couldn't catch him this time. Hopefully I'll catch him
In
next
the
time.
rear view.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what was that sound? Hey, was that 2 phones? Hey. Oh, my God.
Oh, you are
Saluting.
the worst.
All the stuff you should be focusing on. It might as well be a fart in the wind.
Watch his little salute here, and then you see it.
Into the,
You're such a dork.
I'm not a dork.
You're a huge dork.
He's throwing
You're an
deuces to the guys that can't even see him.
You're an insecure
Or
dork.
I could roll the window down and just do the, 2 fingers out the window. And I peel out.
Then you peel out. You're trying to make a real first of all, you can't even peel out in your Kia.
I can peel out.
The way he flies around those corners in the garage. Now I know. The way Poundcake's one of those guys that goes like 40 in the parking garage.
I do not
Oh,
go
please.
40.
Yes, you do. He's trying to get to the exit before the guy goes home so he can blast his music for him. Hey, man.
Hope they're like Whitney Houston.
That's for when I get up to the Prospect and what is that? Whatever street that is. That's the
9th?
corner.
East
No.
side?
No, I go the
Prospect
other
and
way.
9th?
No, I go the other way.
Prospect and Ontario.
Ontario, yeah.
Blaring
That's for the corner.
window down.
Never. They don't know.
Hey, man, what are you blasting in there? Hey, come on back. Hey. They're chasing him down the street.
I don't want them to know I'm gay until I get out. When I'm driving, I'm a real butch. I'm a guy you don't want to mess with. When I get out, I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Push my.
Hey, what's going on here?
Is there, you stalled? You need me to call AAA?
Man.